All right, Shalom. First off, we want to start by giving all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Rakak
Rakakwadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors and salutations unto you brothers that's preaching His word in sincerity and faith. I'm the brother Yahweh Allah.
I'm Shamar.
Yeah, we just wanted to do a brief a brief sit down lesson. Just going in the spirit, and Lord's will just be edifying for you brothers. We're just gonna let the precepts flow. Take God
We can grab what you said
Okay.
first, cause then mine go
Alright.
go with that afterwards.
Yeah, this is Amos 5:10.
Mhm.
It says, "They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly."
Yeah, and that's basically that's us. They hate us, cause we you could read it from the top again. They hate him who
Yep.
rebuketh in the gate.
It says Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
Yeah, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. They hate being rebuked. That's really what it is. And you're going to, and our people, we really have nothing but rebuke to give to everybody damn near, because nobody's living a righteous lifestyle except for the elect, or striving to live a righteous lifestyle. Everybody else is basically giving in full body 100% to Satan. So we don't have nothing to say but straight rebuke to everybody out here and to this world. Because this world is against the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So what else could we really have to say to these people? It's nothing but rebuke that we saying to them, because everything that we saying is contrary to them.
Yep.
So they're gonna take everything that we're saying as rebuke, which they should, because they're going off in their lifestyle as a whole. And I'm speaking about our people, which is the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because our ways doesn't apply to these heathens. Yeah, they're gonna be forced to follow our ways in the kingdom of heaven. Yet on this side right now, we're supposed to be following the statutes and commandments, because we get punished for it and the heathens don't. So our people remain the ones getting rebuked, and they hate it, and they hate us for it. And Esau hates it, because he's getting rebuked for his wickedness that he's doing, and he doesn't like. It's like a dog, when a dog takes a shit and you put their face in it. That's how Esau is. He doesn't want to. He doesn't like being exposed for what he did, his wrongdoing. He don't want to accept it. Same with our people as well.
Yeah, I got a quick precept.
Mm-hmm.
This Isaiah 58:1. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet."
Yeah, we cry loud and spare not. We ain't like the IUSPK using the stereos and all that to talk.
Yeah.
We out there, we're speaking loud with our voices, man, like Yahweh Shai did. Yahweh Shai wasn't using no goddamn microphones or nothing when he spoke.
Yeah.
None of the prophets were. We ain't never seen nan scripture saying they was on a microphone or some little, something to make their voice louder. No, man, they was out there just talking, raising their voice so people can hear, not using things to make their voices louder. All right. And we cry loud and spare not. We're not sparing your feelings, man. We're not out here trying to cater to how you feel. If you disagree with it, say like, hey, can you guys just, you guys are cursing too much or speaking too rude. Can you be a little bit more nice and people will be open? We don't care. We're going to talk how we talk, man. Whether you receive the message or not. It doesn't matter how the message is brought out. It's about the message that we're bringing out. It's not how we said it. Because we're not saying it in a way that you can't understand. You just choose to be offended by it.
Yep. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, in the house in the house of Jacob their sins."
Yeah, so our people their transgression, in the house of Jacob's their sins. And that's basically what we do when we're on the highways and byways, and when we make these videos. We're showing our people their transgression and their sins. All right, like I was saying about a dog putting the dog's face in their shit. You letting the dog know that it fucked up when you do that. Because the dog ain't gonna know any better if you don't put his face in the shit and say like, hey, you did this, don't do that in the house. And when we do that to our people, saying like, hey, you're going off, you're doing wickedness, don't do that. Don't eat pork, don't get a lineup, don't commit adultery, don't do all these things that you're not supposed to do. They get mad. Going back to the other scripture we brought out about they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. That's why they hate us.
Yep.
Because we don't spare their feelings, and we're telling them that they're going off. You're wrong. You live in your lifestyle the wrong way. You're living a death style. And they get mad at us for telling them the truth. That's really what it is.
right. That's right.
And I had a precept
Yeah.
about in Isaiah, 55:15. Yea, true faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey.
Yep.
And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. And that's what it that's what it is for us basically. They hate the truth faileth because there's no truth in this world. Everybody's been taught lies their whole entire life, and then when we departing from those ways, as we because the scriptures say to come out of her, all right, in Micah 2:10, arise and depart, for this is not your rest. And we're coming out of that mind frame and departing from evil, and now we're made to pray because we wanted to change our mind frame, our way of thinking, and instead of living a wicked lifestyle, living in the dark, all right, we wanted to come to the light instead of living in the dark, and we making ourselves a prey for wanting to live a righteous lifestyle. And why is that? Because there's nothing but wickedness in this world, nothing but wicked vibration. And that's why the Lord is displeased, because he sees all the wickedness going on in the world. And it's like it says in the scriptures, his hurtful works are fulfilled. Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Because there's no truth in the earth. There's no judgment going on. It's all wrong judgment. You see Jake getting arrested for things they didn't do. Esau got our people in the hood, all right, off all type of drugs. Poverty at all-time high. All right, Esau's literally out here doing all type of perverseness, yet you got people saying that we're the ones who are into pedophilia and stuff, when Esau actually gets exposed for this stuff every day. All type of scandals come out on Esau, and you don't see anybody else make that video about Esau doing any of this. They want to get on us though, and why is that? Because we're the only one that's getting on everybody. We're the only one that's not sparing not, like the scriptures say in Isaiah. We're sparing not. We getting on everybody, rebuking you to your face. It doesn't matter if you call yourself an Israelite or if you just some bug out in the world of our people.
That's right. You had something?
Oh no, you got it.
All right. This because really that all confirms that we're doing the right thing, and we're coming in the right spirit. The spirit of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. The testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. So that confirms to us that we're doing the right thing. Okay, that we're coming in the right spirit. And from our apostles and elders on down, of Great Millstone, okay, what differentiates us from these other camps, these pseudo-Israelite camps like IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC, and these other bug outs is the name, okay, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, okay, in which we glorify and we proclaim, okay, and in the truth, okay, not filter, not basically watered down the scriptures, man. Giving you 100% raw, uncut, unfiltered truth, man. All right. This.
I had a quick precept.
Okay.
This Matthew 7:13. This is Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Yep, and that straight gate is a position of difficulty, in which we go through every day, being here in Babylon. Being in these filthy bodies, in this filthy ass queendom, in this filthy captivity. We're constantly going through that furnace of adversity, having demons plague us. Attempt to attack us in our minds, through these different people we come into contact with. It can be your coworkers, your boss, your woman, your family members. All right. And why is that? That's because we're not of this world. We're not going through that broad way, that broad path, which many they're going there at. Which the many is the rest of this world, chiefly the 2/3 of Israel, the world of Israel. All right, they're in that broad path, and that's why they hate the men of the Lord, because they hate the Lord. It all has a root, okay, which will what? Which will make them those same unbelieving spirits that were back on the scene when Yahweh Shah was on the scene 2,000 years ago. What? Denying him, giving him up to Esau. All right, putting his blood upon them and their children's heads. All right, to speeding up to this time to now where they express that hatred, that same hatred towards the men of the Lord. Okay, from our apostle elders on down, you see that hatred, live and direct, man. Whether it's on the highways and hedges, okay, or all day on the comment boards, from these different scoffers, you know, people making what do you call it, ghost pages, like you just doing the most, man. Okay, go ahead. Brett, can you quote that again, Papa Kashab?
Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Yeah, and that's the opposition we're up against. Like the elder brother Yahweh call. He says a lot. When touching on this topic, man. What's a fight without opposition? In which we're up against the spiritual demon Satan and his little minions. Okay, all right. His chief minion, the spirit, the physical counterpart of Satan, Esau, man. Up against Esau and what in his world, okay, in which 2/3 are completely a part of, you know. Yeah, more out.
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
Yeah, few that be that find it, man. That's talking about that elect, because many are called, yet fewer chosen. Few men were predestined to receive a foundation. From Salakia, salvation from the foundations. All right, and that's what we're seeking after. Okay, and that's why we get all sorts of opposition. Because they're looking at it just like Job looked at Salakia, like Satan looked at Job. You know, hey man, what is he doing? Worshiping the Heavenly Father. All right, why is he not pretty much doing the things of the world? You was about to say something, bro. All right, and yeah, we're seeking life everlasting because this place is obviously done. This place is through. Okay, and that's why wickedness is just steady increasing, because the Lord is about to bring a swift and unprecedented destruction to this place, man. Because Babylon has served its purpose, man. It's only the last few prophecies that needs to be played out. Chiefly, what the RFID microchip, the race wars, the woes, man. All right, civil unrest, martial law, time of Jacob's trouble. World War III, the last woe. Okay, Yahweh Shai returning with the innumerable amount of angels. All right, and Esau knows this, and these people know deep down in their spirit, man. That's why they're living life like it's no tomorrow, man. All right, strung out on drugs, being demons pretty much. Yeah, more on that.
No, that was it on that.
Yep. And that's the type of opposition that 2/3 don't want to come up against, man. All right, as the Lord says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. Because it's a hell of a fight. The Apostle Paul talks about that fight, man, fighting that good fight of faith. Okay, in which our 2/3 of our people, they never had they never had a fight. They never had a shot. You had something, Mike? Yo, just let me.
Looking for it.
Yeah, it's Saint Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Those who are actually going through and enduring that straight gate, with the brother brought out. For righteousness' sake, okay, because we all went off. Okay, we're all worthy of death. Yet we're striving to be of that hopeful elect, to find um um uh, mercy and repentance, from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, to be covered by the blood of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, man. For theirs is the kingdom of heaven. It says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. That's the thing. That's all these people bring up is they bear false witness. All their pedophiles, they're whoremongers. They're you got you brothers here the foul terms. The really the false statements that they make. The false, pretty much the lies that they make on us, man, from our apostles and elders on down. Yet that's counted as a blessing unto us, man. Okay. So it says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. And it's not because of us. These people don't know us. It's because of the spirit we're coming in. It's because of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? It says, rejoice and be exceeding glad. Yeah, so we don't supposed to be let down, okay? The Lord told Ezra, let not the incredulity of them trouble you, because, hey, man, it's already written, 2/3 wasn't given the spirit, the gift of faith, man. All right, and they're gonna die in their unfaithfulness. Okay, and we're just glad that this is it, that we're at the end, and in hopes that we be saved, So it says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. That's right, because we have a reward coming, man. All right. For great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Yep. And what does it say in Jeremiah 28:8? The prophets the prophets of old.
The prophets before thee.
Yeah.
They have prophesied against great kingdoms.
Yeah.
Against prophesied against great kingdoms, of war, evil, and pestilence. But I had the precept I was looking for.
Yeah, just
after you done.
Finishing the point real fast. So that goes to show. It says, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you, showing that the prophets are back here today in their respectful lots, doing what?
Same thing.
Exactly. What the brother just quoted as well, Jeremiah 28:8, prophesying against all this wickedness. Okay, you got it, brother.
Yes, Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. For the ungodly say, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the salt air, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as a trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof.
That's how these foolish people rationalize, Oh, there's no you only live once, okay? You might as well do what you can. You're not gonna be here again. All right, live your best life. Hey man, just pretty much do as much wickedness as you can while you're in this flesh. That's in a roundabout way. That's all that expression stands for, and this scripture is going into that.
For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man come up again. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present.
Yeah, and that just shows the foolishness of these people, because the Lord said pretty much after you die, man, you have to come before that judgment seat, and then you get sent back here to play out your judgment. So this is clearly a fool saying these words, man. All right, a person that clearly have no understanding of the scriptures and no understanding of how Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai operates, man. Go ahead, Ak.
Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures, like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us spare the widow, nor let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be worth nothing. Therefore let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings.
Yep, because we as ambassadors of Yahweh Shai, you know, we're a remembrance of the judgment that they're gonna have to face. Ultimately, what they're trying to get away from or forget about, you know, that they're gonna have to answer for all this wickedness, like it says in Ecclesiastes the 8th chapter, because sentence is not executed speedily. You know, that's the mentality of these people. Let's just go crazy. All right, and while we at it, let's afflict and put to cease those who remind us of the judgment of us going off. Pretty much, you know, let us persecute the prophets, man. You know, going back to what we started the lesson off with, you know, they hated him that rebuketh at the gate. All right, 'cause we're reminding them, these people, they want, what's the part of living their best life? Doing wickedness, committing adultery, being homos, all right, being off all sorts of drugs, sorcery, being whoremongers, being idolaters, you know, all right, being totally adverse to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, okay, and we're here to what, to condemn that, you know, and they don't want to hear that, all right. You reading during the times the past prophets, as we were just speaking about Jeremiah, man, they attempted to kill Jeremiah with help. They gave up Yahweh Shai, man. You know.
He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us to behold. Yep. And that's how these people feel when they look at us going into what we first started. We're literally grievous for these people to behold. When they see us, these people make looks disgust at us like we're like a filthy bum that you see on the street that stink, and you give them that nasty look. That's how they look at us. Like we're just the scum of the earth, so to speak.
Yeah, the Apostle Paul said we are the offscourging of the world. You know, not I believe that's how it went. So just linking up what you're saying. You know how these people view us.
Yeah, because we're grievous to behold, because we reproving their thoughts. When they look at us, you get reproved just off the fact of even seeing us. When you look at us, because you already know what we're about.
Yep.
You look at us and then you see the image of righteousness, and then you be like, and you're instantly mad because of that, because you just acknowledge in your mind like, oh, these niggas think they better than us, this and that. That's basically how they saying right here in the scriptures. We looking down at their ways, because your fucking ways are filthy.
Yep.
That's why we look down on your ways, because you're doing filthy acts, man. If you see somebody doing something that's nasty, are you not gonna look at them as they're doing something nasty? You're committing filthy acts, man. You're the scriptures compare our people to being heathens, and the heathens are filthy.
That's right. Just like they look at us as we're they look at us as we're abominations. You know, you people should be ashamed of yourselves, man. We are at camp in sick ass San Francisco, and all the bugged outness that you people behold and put forth, and y'all have the nerve to look at us like you feel me, like we're bugged out, you know, like we're abomination, like we're doing something wrong. But that's how it's supposed to be. That's the balance. That's the balance of this, you know. With righteousness and abomination to wickedness, as wickedness is an abomination to righteousness, you know.
Mm-hmm. He is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. And that's how our ways are, of another fashion. And that's why they hate us when they see us, because they see that our ways are contrary to the typical Negro, Latino, Native American you'll see in Babylon, man. When people see us walking all together as a group, they know that they think that we're some high level just because they see that we're of another fashion. And what's that other fashion that we are of? The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They can't necessarily point out what it is, but they know that it's something different about us from the average person that you see on the street, and especially in Babylon, because everybody these days are bugged the hell out of their mind, or they're just a complete weirdo. All right, and it says, "We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness." And our people ways are filthy in this world, man. Because you're following after the ways of Esau, the so-called white man, because he has power of the earth right now. And he pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. Yeah, we're going to boast that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is our Father, because that's how we're going to be saved. And that's our power. Our people not boasting in that fact. What are they boasting? I got a good job. I got a bad bitch. I got a nice car. I got this and that. You're boasting in things that you can glory that are vanity.
Yep.
You're not glorifying saying that, oh, I'm a prince of the power. You know, I'm Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's chosen people. I'm a child of the Most High. Nah, man, they don't boast in none of those things. They boast in themselves, man. That's why they hate us, because we're not boasting of ourselves or of our own doings. We say if we do boast in how we do something, we say it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We're even able to do that.
Yep.
We don't take credit for it ourselves. We acknowledge that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai had a role in anything that we do, because it's all through the spirit. At the end of the day, if anything, like everything that do come to pass. That was it on that.
Yeah,
Unless you had any other.
No. You know, through the spirit.
Yeah, we just wrap it up on that, because it circled back to the topic.
Yeah, man. Ultimately, man, you 2/3, man. You already, as the scriptures say, you're already destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. You know, and we already see the physical manifestation of you Jake's destruction. You're already through, you know. You losing your jobs, your homes. Are you losing your lives that you claim that you was living to a T, living the best of, you know. The Lord is totally breaking his society down and taking you out along with Esau, okay? And it all starts with this word, man. You know? So, yeah, if you want that.
With that, we're going to give our praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, and Shalom to the Akim out there. Appreciate this word, truth and sincerity. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. And we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.